Vivek Ramaswamy is having his moment in the sun here. You know, he was very aggressive at the Republican debate. Some polls had him doing very well in that debate. In fact, some polls have him winning it. But there's also other polls where he lost some support because, you know, he's very divisive. Some people would love him, some people would hate him. He was super aggressive and arrogant and smug and all that stuff. I mean, this is why, you know, I kind of refer to him as the Republican Pete Buttigieg. Pete Buttigieg comes across as the most politician-y politician of all time, but there were some people in the Democratic base who liked him in the, you know, when he ran for president. You're seeing a similar thing here with Vivek. And of course, Vivek's strategy is to snuggle up inside Trump's anus, and he thinks that's, you know, his path to success. He probably accurately has come to the conclusion, I can't beat Trump straight up, so why don't I just, like, be his biggest cheerleader, and then if he goes to prison, then I'm the last man standing. But this video right here is a video I have no doubt he does not want you to see. So this is all the way back in 2004. There was a presidential election going on, and Al Sharpton was actually one of the people running on the Democratic side. Now, it was John Kerry who ended up winning that particular primary, and then, of course, Kerry went on to lose to Bush in the general election. This is during the peak of, you know, the war on terror and the war in Iraq, and sort of this national spell that was cast over everybody where Bush had a really high approval rating simply because we were attacked and it was a rally around the flag type thing. Here's Vivek asking Al Sharpton a question. Apparently, Vivek was a Democrat at the time. Shocker. Asking Al Sharpton a question, and this is rich with irony.
Reverend Sharpton, hello. I'm Vivek, and I want to ask you, last week on the show we had Senator Kerry, and this week and the week before we had Senator Edwards, and my question for you is, of all the Democratic candidates out there, why should I vote for the one with the least political experience?
Who's got the least political experience running in the Republican primary today? It ain't Doug Burgum. It ain't Asa Hutchinson. It ain't Donald Trump. It ain't Mike Pence. It ain't Chris Christie. It ain't any of those other freaks and losers on stage. It's your ass. Now, by the way, I always thought that it's like the weakest line of attack. Now, back in 2004, it was a different political situation, and so it wasn't such a weak attack back then. But to me, it's like, okay, you have experience. Well, the entire country's a mess and everything's falling apart, so you helped bring us that. So your experience is actually a net negative in my mind. Like, I prefer outsiders to insiders. But clearly Vivek, at least all the way back in 2004, is like, oh, experience is very important. You must be an elected official in order to run for higher office. I'm sure he would say the exact opposite today because he's running as a Republican with zero political experience. Here, let's run it back. I'm kind of interested in Sharpton's answer, too.
Why should I vote for the one with the least political experience?
Well, you shouldn't, because I have the most political experience. I got involved in the political movement when I was 12 years old. And I've been involved in social policy for the last 30 years. So don't confuse people that have a job with political experience. Whoever the head of some local bureaucracy has a job in Cambridge. That doesn't mean that they have political experience, and it doesn't mean they have the experience to run the United States government. So I think that we confuse title holders with political experience, as we have seen with the present occupant in the White House. George Bush was a governor and clearly has shown he doesn't have political experience.
Vivek was digging that answer from Al Sharpton. Now, he delivered that line well. I think he delivered it strongly, but it's also a terrible answer. No, the real answer is because I'm an outsider and they're insiders and they got us in this mess and I'm going to get us out of this mess. You need somebody who's not part of the swamp to drain the swamp, effectively. So, anyway, not a great answer from Sharpton, but he delivered it well. But you know what? To be fair, for the era, 2004, I'm not sure if you can convince people that outsiders are the way to go. It was a totally different political moment. So, you know, maybe it was a good answer in the context of 2004. Like, oh yeah, experience is super important, but I'm the most experienced. No, you're not. Not even close, not even close. But there you have it. Vivek Ramaswamy was apparently a cringe liberal Democrat in 2004, asking Al Sharpton questions about his lack of experience. And now here he is in the year of our Lord 2023, running as a Trump sycophant, far-right Republican with zero experience. Hey y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop. and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.